Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to start this week with this reading that is dedicated to BTS hobby and IU dynamic to see because they had like an interview, like it was like a really nice interview, so some people wanted to see their thoughts and impression about each other. So I'm going to pull a few cards. This is what they got. I placed hobby on the left and IU on the right. And to talk about it from an astrological point of view, you know that I always like to mention their more distinctive energies. Let's remember that hobby is an Aquarius with a moon in Taurus, and IU is a Taurus with a moon in Pisces. So there's a lot of correspondency here. Actually, they could get along really well, especially because hobbies Taurus moon would feel really like drawn and actually very comfortable with IU's Taurian or Taurus energy. So yes, and also her moon in Pisces would get along really well with hobbies Mercury in Pisces. He also has Venus in Pisces, so yes, a lot of like reciprocity here, allowing the bond to be more comfortable, you know, and actually them like having this sort of atmosphere of being at ease in each other's presence. Of course, as you know, I do not do shipping readings. This is not the like the format of my video, but yes, let's see what they have to say, the cards have to say. So in case of hobby, he has the Page of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So yes, this Page of Swords at the beginning is showing me his Aquarius side. He see himself as this sort of like a mix of an amateur, like a student sort of, and also like a king at the same time. He's feeling very passionate, very in control, but he's also very humble in the sense that he is aware that he still has a lot of things to learn and to adjust to his craft. He's very open-minded about this. He's like very he wants to see things from a perspective of someone that still has a long way to go. You know, he doesn't want to, even though he's a very assertive person because of this King of Wands here. Like when he has to be in control, he takes the control. He doesn't hesitate. But at the same time, when it comes to his thoughts and the way he sees himself and he views others, he sees that he probably lacks a few things in the sense that he needs to learn from others. Especially, I think that this has to do with being social. And we know that he definitely has a very bright personality. But if we think about this from his perspective about his interaction with IU, there's a sense of like, okay, I have to be assertive because like I'm being recognized here for my value, but at the same time, I accept that sometimes I can be socially awkward, and I think that there's a side of him that he is a bit awkward. At least this is his perception. Probably he thinks that he needs to work on his intellectual side. Like he wishes he could communicate more, but somehow it's all in his mind. You know, he probably has a lot of. He's this kind of person that after the conversation is over, he starts to replay the situation in his mind and being like, oh, I should have said this, or this was a better response. But he's always in his mind. This is very Aquarius. um and about his thoughts or impression about IU, I definitely sense that he probably knows her, like from before, like they had interacted before. um he feels very like masculine in front of her. Like there's something about him feeling very secure, feeling very like comfortable, and also feeling very proud. There's a sense of him feeling very proud as a male, um very passionate. Also, he's someone that he's looking at the horizon for possibilities of new connections or possible projects in the future. He's thinking ahead, and probably this is what he would want to do with IU. He would want to extend to IU an invitation for a collaboration in the future, because we have the two of one. So there's this sense of like, okay, like we could talk about the collaboration, because he's thinking about creation, and he's feeling very secure. There's something about, I don't know if they had a very like positive interaction before, even after this interview, and they were like, okay, maybe a collaboration would be nice. So definitely he's thinking about this. He's someone that has a desire to do something with her, to create something with her. And he's like very secure about this. He's very confident about actually that this will be good for both of them. So I'm really glad, I'm really happy to see Hobby being so much in his power, and actually like him embracing also that, I don't know why, maybe it's because of I use soft energy, very Taurus energy, that it makes him like embrace his masculinity, in the sense that it allows him to be the masculine in the interaction, and he's feeling really good about it. He's like, oh, I'm doing this very well. Like, I don't feel intimidated. I feel like we understand each other. Like, and they probably have this a very, they are both very perceptive, because of her moon in Pisces and him having a Mercury in Pisces. There's a lot of like communication and a lot of positive feedback. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had a collaboration in the future, because this is something that he's looking forward to, about her, like creating something with her. Um, and from her perspective, she has the Magician, the Hermit, and the Page of Pentacles. Also, someone that is very focused on work. Her as the Magician, and the Hermit. This is very like, IU is also this sort of person that she has so much inner power. She is definitely a sort of boss, but at the same time, she is also a hermit. She is also used to working on her own, and she's very comfortable with being by herself. So probably for her to do this sort of interview and interaction on camera, in front of a camera, was a bit like challenging. It was a bit like, oh, okay, what am I supposed to say here? And also her with getting the Page of Pentacles, there's a sense of her also considering and viewing herself as an amateur, as a student of life. And I think that this is very distinctive, that both of them got pages. So there's this sense that they are willing to admit that they are ready to like learn from new experience, and come into this new experience with this sort of like amateur point of view. They're willing um to learn and to be taught by the experiences. So probably she's like, oh, maybe I should like be more assertive and take this opportunity to shine and to show my power, instead of doing it by myself and on my own. I think that she also sees a lot of potential in Hobby. She definitely sensed that Hobby is a very stable person, that even though he has a lot of ideas and he's also very energetic and creative in his own way, there's a sense of him being very stable. Like she has this perception of him being this sort of very trustworthy person, not only as an artist but also like she was able to see the person behind the artist, and she is very pleased. She's very comfortable. And here with the hermit in the middle, it means that she acknowledges that interactions with her sometimes can be a bit awkward because she is a bit of a loner. So she kind of left this experience by feeling very in her power and feeling very I'm not sure if she was getting a lot of compliments from Hobby because I didn't see the whole interview, so I don't know how the interaction went, but she definitely felt more secure also, like wow, like this is great, like we are a great match when it comes to creation and also creating something stable that can last. um and then the cards that they got, it's the Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely there's a lot of movement. There's something that is going to change in their interactions, and possibly a lot of resistances being lifted, being like eliminated. Because I think that there's something about, I don't know which side, but I don't think it's a you side, but possibly from Hobby side there's a lot of like, I don't know if there's a lot of people like monitoring his like his schedules or what he wants to do or his ideas, and they're trying to somehow be like, okay, let's do one project at a time or something like that, restricting a bit, or advising him to not like do so much collaboration. Like there's something here that this sort of restriction is going to be like eliminated, and he finally is going to get what he wants. He probably wants to do a collaboration with her, because we have the Ace of Pentacles. So if they do, if they overcome the prejudice, the a lot of people middling in, actually they could make it. They could actually have a very prosperous project together, because both of them have a lot of Taurus energy. So I think that they could create, I don't know if it's a song, but it seems like it could be a project that it's a bit more long lasting or of a bigger impact. um but I definitely see like they will break this sort of mold. They will be like, okay, there's some resistances, we don't know if we can pull this off, but we will remove this mindset and we will set ourselves free to do what we want to do. So there's a lot of changes coming from for this connection. I think that this interview was like the beginning of a better understanding of each other's circumstances. I think that this means this actually is very reasonable because both of them are very busy people, and it seems from from the cards that they got that there are a lot of things that are up to them or that are waiting for their approval. So these are not people that have actually the time to get together. But I think that if they change a bit their chaotic schedules, or if they make time, if they like set priorities, or if they somehow get some order in their professional lives, they could make time to do this that they want to do together, or actually like having more interviews, like, and having more conversations. I think that um but this is not, I don't see with these cards that this is about actually about talking, and communicating. I think that it has to do more about turning something into a reality. So probably what they want to do is to create something together, to deliver the project, to be like, okay, this is what we did. Because I think that both of them are very down to earth, and they want the results. They want to see the final product. They don't want to waste time on delivering ideas left and right. They want to create the project, delivering it, and being like, okay, here it is. And I sense a lot of success for these two. So definitely that would be a great experience. So yes, guys, let's support them always. So yes, guys, this is all I have for them. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.